In the year 1942, as the British colonial rule was coming to an end in the Indian subcontinent, in this tiny village called Babuk, in the erstwhile Northeast Frontier Agency, a young couple in the village welcomed their firstborn, a son. This boy, unbeknownst even to his parents, would go on to live an incredible life and take an inspiring journey from this tiny sleepy village to become and hold the highest administrative post in the government. This is a story which truly defines what a man can achieve when he is resolute and dreams with an unflinching determination. Late Tagom Darang was born to Shri Takang Darang and Srimati Yapu Tamuk Darang. He was the eldest among 3 children.
Kom hingelok ke babita ak kevang kota. Babita ak ka awa tayor ke tamin kola tadang ko. Tamin awa ngolo ingko de tatode babuk dokto. Deke babuk to la taun. Deke taun ka awa takang yai ngoyim onade.
As per the stories he recounted of his early childhood, of him, running after aeroplanes during, that must be around World War II. He would run after aeroplanes. We assume that, his date of birth would be around 1942-43.
The Britishers during their reign had started some missionary schools in Sadia where only privileged people were able to attend. Motivated by this new venture of education system, the village leaders decided to open a venture school, and therefore the first venture school was established at Radha village and also at Pangin during the year 1948. The following is the memoir of late Tagom Darang.
The village elders made it compulsory to all the children of every household to attend school, and whoever failed to send the kids were levied a fine of 4 annas per day. Thus, I too was compelled to attend the venture school of the very first batch during the year 1948. It was a long walk to school every day of almost 4 kilometers away from my village. And since I was of a tender age, it took me nearly 3 to 4 hours to reach and attend school. But just after a few months, the great earthquake of 1950 took place and I had to discontinue my schooling.
Moton mada dela. Iskura ke kulidung lula. Avo paitanu yang kotoki ayedo. Ay porilang ka. Ngolum lu yam haham lu. Migom iye. Nunam haha. Te porila. Ngoyi ke vatelo. Moton mada delo ento.
Te hi borona. Te iskula ai. Babun ma ha gu yo yo. Te babu ador bin te ku. Dung ko kum te. Tagom kong holo porila ngolo olo yebola lekondela tu ke garo ekto ekidui baro ekto dui
Konti le tutu ok tutu long kon de len hute ko king mo konti da tu ting ku takam de len Cara dan nangom bigam ita. Nalo melokon no ko porila dem madiri o tu. Lenyi na ngom ita. Minggian. Abi itikor kapal porian. Terangwan kumam. Porian kumam.
Porila ila takom dala eguyam kum kennam ila ai de baloga ai bi baloga he amelo balag len kado bada hornong ke balag ai balo school dem holok rada school dem balo moletonan school dem distako amada moton taron ton dala blok ken kuang.
The great earthquake of 1950 was so vigorous that it destroyed many areas of Bangku, Babuk and across Siang River in Sisen village. With great difficulty, the new school was established at Rotung village during 1952.
Inam karik sinam doyu de Rotu sona ngolu pori bohila ye bohu anna. De ho pori bohila ye la ngolu bojeko ye to ba paneram kung ngolu ye pori bohila ye to. De lok guhai holo anam holo ditak ko aduto. De koko gogo lok porila machua lok portoman ditio tirtio hok na belo gudin.
Much of late Tagom Darang's primary education happened in Pasighat, the oldest town in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. Even during this time, late Tagom Darang would face all sorts of hurdles while trying to pursue his education for a better life ahead. Some excerpts from his memoir.
One of the main problems was to go home and return to Pasighat during vacations, as the big hills with dense forest between Rangung and Rotung had many wild animals. Walking alone through that route was always frightening, but I had to take the crucial decision to return back to my school on time. During one such journey, when I was walking alone after crossing Okodumbang towards Sirpo Korong, which is near Rangung village, I heard a very clear voice of a person from inside the jungle telling me not to fear. The person told me, Paso Mapaka, which means don't be afraid. But when I stopped and looked around for the person, there was nobody around. And since that day, I realized I wasn't the only person in the jungle. I would see big trees and boulders as a man standing, and my fear would go away. Since that day, I would always walk alone without any fear or hesitation through the forest.
Bangun ko dupa kaya mena, kung ko amena ko, ndiro ko sana ko mobila, dumo ko ela, udayla tuna ko, mani abiloma, telo, kemi ko, telo katom, lo ikan may matoka.
Class 3 pass rongan Pasighat holo class 4 do ngulu takam join du takam school lokke dolu lokke Pasighat to engkodung delo higher secondary imangai high school po ito up to class 10 lope kato delo 10 lope ngulu poribo ito.
Late Tagom Darang continued to excel in his studies, and he secured 5th position in the NEFA Middle School final exams in class 6, for which he got a scholarship of 7 rupees a month. This scholarship helped him to a great extent in pursuing his studies further, as his parents had no source of income. During this time, Tagom Darang was selected from the school for Bharat Darshan, and he got the opportunity of visiting Delhi, Agra, Chandigarh, and Shimla.
I, along with other students, got the opportunity to meet the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, at his official residence. I still remember he had advised us all to eat and drink good food and encouraged us to do good things for the country. I was really inspired by his words.
In the year 1962, the Chinese had attacked India and had taken over Tawang and Bomdila and was slowly marching towards Assam and its neighboring areas. Tagom Darang, an NCC cadet at the time, along with other NCC cadets, had patrolled with the Assam Rifles at Pasighat till the ceasefire took place between India and China. Another major turning point came around this time when late Tagom Darang's parents wanted him to stay back in the village and let his younger brother pursue his studies instead. His parents had also talked to a family for his marriage as per the customary law, but had not worked out. He was left with no choice but to listen to his parents when his younger brother decided he would rather look after their parents. Finally, a marriage proposal came for his younger brother, which saved him from the social binding. After the Chinese aggression, late Tagom Darang passed his matriculation in the year 1962. Since there were no colleges in the erstwhile NEFA, he decided to go to Shillong for his further studies. In the initial year, he enrolled in the pre-university course in the science stream, hoping to become a doctor. But because of his failure in practical exams, he had to drop a year. The following year, he joined the art stream in the pre-university course. By this time, in the year 1964, the Jawaharlal Nehru College, Pasighat was established, and he got through the pre-university course exam in arts and got admitted into the first year.
Class 10 pass rongam, pre-university katway. Pre-university irongam na 3-year degree course de. Mane first year, second year, third year idun. Inama pre-university de langol lekope, sen and months below join to. Pre-university de pass la irongam, CEO recruitment kolen kay ay. Delo bu porikya de mum bimin ka ne pass kay. Pass la piu pass pala bu agar lo circle officer join kay. Join na belorung delo ngoluk advisor PN Lutra. Lutra melula secretariat belo, NEFA secretariat belo, agar kola. CEO pe idula, bu porila night college long na bu BM paston. Man porigadul, agar igadula porila.
After I passed the exam for base superintendent, I was called to Shillong for the personal interview. There were many eminent board members, including Let L.B. Thanga, the then Development Commissioner, who suggested me to pursue my studies to complete my graduation as I was too young for the job. But then I countered with my logical argument that I came from an interior village and my parents were illiterate, having no financial resources to support my financial endeavors. The board members assured me to give me suitable financial assistance for my further studies and asked me to continue my studies in college. Reluctantly, I returned back, thinking I missed the job opportunity.
Just after a few months of the interview, he received a letter from Sri P.N. Luthra himself, who was the then advisor to the governor of Assam. The letter contained appreciation for late Tagom Darang for securing the highest marks in geography subject, even beating the many graduates who had appeared for the exam.
I was offered the post of base superintendent and I was told I could have secured the post of assistant political officer, which is now equivalent to extra assistant commissioner had I done my graduation. The offering letter came in for my posting as base superintendent Along, which is now Alo. As I was getting ready to travel to Along to join my first posting, I got a message that I was shifted from Along to Khonsa. I joined my posting at Khonsa in the year 1965. In 1968, I also underwent training in the Indian Institute of Mass Communication in Delhi. I may be one of the first persons from NEFA to have done a course in mass communication.
Late Tagom Darang, apart from being a very efficient administrator, was also a man of values who understood human values. Since all his life he had struggled to achieve his dreams and aspirations.
Ayron amikwe na mima ngom lukiron latal ko ngom mokimang de nyok kay ngom na magom lumaye ngoni da mila jinda ge mein bosita purti dalo ida kom nasgan ko ida kom ngoni mo go here do tom nau ka do kom ngom tom ma gu mai bu ngom larong ngolo du ngodun dalo bu ngodun Buga engkau mang menam dan berdana ami botana lu dokom itu kam dokom niom bahir ibu ibang kalau bu niom kenci tu ida memu bonam kapena agar imam
पापा का few characters जो हम अपना अंदर भी चाहिए तो ऐसे तो सब चाहिए but then especially पापा का optimistic लाइफ को जो देखने का नजरिया इतना पॉजिटिव था किसी के बारे खराब नहीं सोचता था पापा and then he always encouraged people and then hard working to पापा उसका ऐसा हम लोग हार्ड वर्किंग अभी तक तो नहीं हो पाया बट आई विश दैट उसका ऐसा हम लोग हार्ड वर्किंग हो एंड देन लास्टली उसका ऐसा हम्बल एंड देन काइंड very kind person.
Papa as a father was very strict. He would always, as a kid, he would wake me up at 5 o'clock in the morning. He would literally come and bang my door. Why do you wake me up so early in the morning? And then he would always tell me, a person who wakes up early in the morning has, a lot of time to finish up their chores or their, routine, and they have like they are the people who become successful in life. Basically, I think my teenage years were all more with do's and don'ts. So eventually, I think that made me become very rebellious in my later years, and I think I must have been the most rebellious and most difficult child for my parents to deal with. And my father would, have a quote. He would always tell me when things didn't go my way, I shouldn't be disappointed or depressed. And, he would have a quote, it said, Kappa earbone. It means, what can I do? So he would always tell me, just let things go, when things don't go your way, just let it go. You can't, you don't have a solution. You cannot have a solution for everything. And despite you wanting to make changes, some things are not in your hands. Just let it go, He would always tell me that. My father was, he was very quiet and very gentle. He basically understood the value of things, that money buys. Basically, he was a very simple man, and my father was never my friend, nor did he ever try to be my friend. But he was my confidant, and he was a strict and a good father.
Ako ito ko dong ekdo ami yamare abu martarun ako ingko nako muhirung ya ko bigapi aralo daga ka mag simple ami tatpak tayang na ko bu uksemom dungai ekdom simple down to earth
mane moral encouragement them to bidung. Not only that, ngom to financial encouragement am kombito, help am kombito.
वो तो एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी पर्सन बोले हम बोलेगा, हाँ, जैसे हम आगे बढ़ के क्या है, ट्राइबल का में फिर पूरा लॉस टेम्पर, कुछ छोटा चीज़ के लिए गुस्सा होके जाकर करेगा, मिसबिहेव करेगा, ऐसा नहीं था, वो कम्प्लीटली अलग था, और वही सोबर एंड काम एंड क्वाइट.
One day, while in office, late Tagom Darang's colleague sarcastically joked that though they were in the same position and post, but still he was an undergraduate while his colleague was a graduate. This incident deeply impacted him and his self-esteem, and he decided that he would complete his graduation under any circumstances. So he joined St. Edmund's College, Shillong, and completed his Bachelor of Arts degree. Thereafter, he was posted as Circle Officer at Mechuka and was also given the charge to look after Tato and Munigong circles. After spending 8 months taking charge of the 3 circles, he joined as Assistant Regional Officer at Shillong for Arunachal region, and soon after, the post of Deputy Director, Publicity of Arunachal Pradesh fell vacant, and the government wanted him to take up the post. And thus he joined as Deputy Director Public Relations at Naharlagun, the new capital of the state.
Ano ko school program bum first time kar number ka ngela kari dito to handlebar mustache. I don't remember seeing him at all without his mustache. It's just a part of him. And a big signature.
Miloko. Hibe dola jo hata. Sunday ta to हम आ गया. Sibir malo matung. Kana maham tolan na sibir ha mila duro. Kaki hum domai. Ngom domai. Hibe hum domai. Ami kisa iduda. Kailam ta. Ami kisa iduda. Angokon dem kalayam nong goksid. Bikom mane dokon gamduna na. Be apin mane bahadur ko kadungai. Be bom kangkulan bulu dotoku. Mane dem menginam. Dem ngomong apa ya dong mane.
Bungku dah doain tung lu nama nam lu bidah hala.
Dah bungku dah. Ngoyi engkau dah abu dah. Subsung, mana di ke subsung kado te, dah. Dah hari na ek usia cinem kost, liktu, ngoyi kat. Kala dem ngoyi longam, per yang laya tulang kamala subsu dah. Kungking murah kamar tu dah. Kungking atenam dem pohon ala la. Ngoyi nagli kita nak nagli kita hari na ada ukiri. Ngoy inaktivom te. Abure yumako. Ya ida enang kuda dena. Ha. Bungku de ka dotti bung. Dela ngoy uda ya. Ngoy ken. Kebun torik. Del dodung kuda ngoy. Bungku dongo ke la je yum ko del abu de ke borak. Ya ngoy yum dodung. Bungku dem nute na ha. Oh, ngoy im lumang ke bungam mindu de mutu.
During this period, my relation with Lieutenant Governor late K.A.A. Raja was not very good because of my argument on some service matter. Because of my principle of following the rule book honestly and strictly, I had acquired myself a bad impression on other officers, including the then Chief Minister P.K. Thungon. And for this, as a punishment, I was demoted to CO from Deputy Director.
I am S.K. Seshadri, a native of Tamil Nadu, who had the blessing of having an acquaintance with Mr. Darang. He was almost a role model for me as a young man. He was intelligent, open-minded, honest. Usually there is a social barrier for outsiders with the local community in any state. But Mr. Darang was a very large-hearted person without any such inhibitions. and he was very liberal and had a good knowledge of national and international affairs.
Bingom luto government quarter illegal occupy la ko mama ka abu de idokom de ma kam ngom luto. Dan ko dem ko ngotad a itad ga fil leto. Bikom de itanor hoduto. Be ekta jaga ko occupy mang. Ngokom bikam talla illegal occupation imang.
जितना इधर में 29 ऑफिसर मिला जे ड्यूटी पीरियड में सर 29 ऑफिसर मिला है टॉप मोस्ट एकदम दारंग साहब बहुत बढ़िया वाला ऑफिसर था
Babita kom petum mana na ngulu pase ada lokar abu ya na karam duty am arik pemidoi aru buluk dem yege boram lega apa ngulu adia mi anyong ko reputation kom katorum adia officer kedara impartial dong aidong public lega apa menam reputation ko kom kata de reputation dem build de ngulu ga senior kedara bulu ngulu lega apa ini reputation ko establish lato in fact himero ke generation kedara kam bulu ye sanga me pala dem reputation dem maintain bila mel aidung menam ko kadum name babu bulu kana mi bulu they live by examples not by precepts ai imanam ami ito kam lumana mi
during big secretaryship idodam sports and secretaryship idodam youth affairs am kadodam ngonyong ko andu influence am kom lapa mengkuto ito kom bingom gate lokome amo mangai that means from that event mane atidem karena me administrator lo strict way family matters and family relation am touch mamangai
he was one of the best administrator ngok ken nampe the mane sida pagi DC pe kom duto ADC pe kom duto lekha available EAC pe kom duto bitu pura age rem bi ekdom mane sida pe bi isi dungai oh इधर उधर नहीं करता है ना सेक्रेटरी पे कम दूतो कमिश्नर पे कम लोगों का दूतो मैंने आमी आगे पोजीशन में यूज़ ला देखला तेलो बोलो इधर तो आई वो उसका कुछ नहीं था ये सब
Born in a sleepy village in the far interiors to holding the highest post of administration and retiring as Secretary Social Welfare Government of Arunachal Pradesh and a career spanning over 4 decades, late Tagom Darang could definitely be termed a destiny's child. A prime example of surviving all odds and a man with never say die attitude. Late Tagom Darang leaves behind a legacy that would be hard to be emulated. During the career spanning over 4 decades, late Tagom Darang carried out his official duties with utmost sincerity and dedication. He was instrumental in bringing reforms and social changes wherever he was posted. His contributions towards society, not only as an administrator but also as a social worker, are highly commendable.
During my tenure at Kikavali, DC North Lakhimpur, SM Muzumdar and Hassan Ali, SDO of Demaji, were frequently coordinated and the boundary area was peaceful during the period. The DC North Lakhimpur once directed the SDO Demaji to allot a suitable plot of land to me to allot it, but I did not avail the opportunity.
उन्होंने बहुत लिकोली एरिया को शेप किया मल्ली मंदिर को असम लेने के बहुत ट्राई किया उनका वजह से बचा हुआ है आकाशी गंगा ये बचाया है नंबर 3 ये कुआरी गाय नदी का दारंग साहब जाने के पीछे तो ये मोपिम्पी ले गया ना 90 में 91 में आई सप्ताह रहने से हर गया नहीं सका दारंग साहब एकदम ओके करके असम को रखता रहा इधर में 170 सेक्टर टाइपोडिया डोनेट दिया है। उसको कोई भी आदमी को, कोई भी पब्लिक को, लीडर को, गवर्नमेंट स्टाफ को भी एलपीसी इशू नहीं किया ने, कभी नहीं किया। उन्होंने बोला ये बाद में डिस्ट्रिक्ट हो जाएगा।
He took a keen interest in improving road connectivity in his native village Babuk and worked tirelessly to push for the funds required from the central government. His other major contributions are construction of Babuk Village Community Hall, Anganwadi Centre at Babuk Village, Kebang to Pangi Suspension Bridge, Rest House at Akashi Ganga and Malinithan and many others.
If I look back at my life, from a young boy in a remote village to where I have reached today, I feel a sense of gratitude in my heart for my maternal uncle, late Takar Tamuk, who used to work as a dark runner and would regularly give money to my mother, which helped my mother to buy ration for the whole family. I still remember my mother used to keep 2 rupees and 10 rupees note in my book, and whenever I came home, I would look at it and it gave me so much happiness. Had my uncle Takar not be a dark runner, my destiny could be a different one. As I write my memoir, the other person I want to thank and show my gratitude is my younger brother Tapak Darang. He saved me from my family obligations and early marriage. If he were not there, my life could be a different one. My brother Tapak and his wife deserves a special regard and gratitude from me.
You know, in his last stage, he asked for some food. He said, I want to eat some food. Because since the time he was admitted in hospital, he had stopped eating. He was fed by tube. I am fortunate to have, give him his last meal, give him as in he, of course he couldn't eat, but I just took some rice, in my fingers and, I put it in his mouth. So I think I'm lucky.
I'm sure his soul is resting in peace. क्योंकि जब आदमी जिंदा समय में भी पीस में रहता है, उसका सोल मरने के बाद भी पीस में ही रहेगा। जो आदमी किसी को भला बुराई सोच ही नहीं सकता है, तो वो तो पीस में रहेगा ना।
My regret is that, in our lifetime, my father never said he loves me. Neither did I say that to him. But I knew he loved me. It was just that we never expressed it verbally. It was only felt. So that is my regret, I guess, that I could literally never, hug my father and say that I love him.
Mimam ektam ayaru na koy. Anam ayana koy. Iya ma ngobu munyok hila mae. Yenam no dati ko ngok sido lo pa mo munyok hila mae. Aro bug munyi panam ager mo atilo ko sido lo pa mo imay. Modern pa mo.
Revi mamil painam aipe ilangka. Revi. Ai ramro dekio galo. Painam Painam kong doriepe un galo corvie. Ai ramro dekio que caria quando bomnera da tomo pie. Aya, pupeng ko kung duno hiling hiling de.